What's up, guys? It's Lord Saint, and today we have a quick one. I decided it was maybe a good idea, if anybody's on their plant journey like I am, you are probably curious on how to germinate seeds, specifically Anthurium seedlings. That's been kind of my thing for the past few months. I've dove deep into the Anthurium world. And I started creating my own crosses. And I finally got my second batch of seeds. This is going to be my second cross. Now, this one specifically is going to be a Anthurium Magnificum crossed with a Anthurium Dark Pap indo form. It's going to be an indo pap hybrid that I got imported. The parents... I don't know the parents, but the pap is definitely just a beautiful dark pap that I was really excited to cross with my mag that was receptive and ready to go. So this is actually going to be my second batch of seeds. I thought the flower was done, and I went back out there this evening, and you can see I got this silk drawstring bag, and this is what I use to put over it, because if I don't, then I'll have all of these seeds just falling all over the floor and I'll lose them. So I put this breathable drawstring silk bag over, and I got these on Amazon. I think it was like a pack of 25 for like $6. I put this over it while the seeds drop, and then I just go outside and collect it. I didn't think I would get this many. Like I said, I've already put up quite a few seedlings, or plucked quite a few seedlings. I thought I had just a little left, and then I went outside, and this is going to be another large yield. So I'm going to prep it tonight, and then I'll make another video, a part 2, to show you kind of where we leave off tonight and how I pot it up into the medium that it'll grow in for the long term, and kind of where I place it. Anything else I can think of. So real quick, so I have the seeds here, fresh, and what I do, this is going to be the same. I take a paper towel, I wet it, and I have this wet paper towel, move this over, and this just makes it a lot quicker for me. Before, I would take each and I would kind of pinch, but I was pinching, and I'd get this tiny little seed that you see there, and I would do one by one, and then I take these tongs because they're a bit sticky, and I just drop it into clean water source that you see there. Now, I let them soak. Prior to this, I would let them soak from anywhere from a couple hours. Lately, on this batch, I'm moving over to like a 24-hour soak. I've seen a few people online soak for a week, a couple weeks. They'll soak till all of the seeds fall. But in this, I've been kind of planting them for germination as they fall. So I'll soak them for 24 hours, and that gives me time to prep the medium that they'll go in. So what I kind of learned, or I saw somebody do, is they took a handful of these seeds. So I dropped a handful of the seeds right there. They'll go right over, and they'll just rub right over and get these seeds out. And that kind of removes the excess that you can't do anything with. So it allows me to get a lot done all at once. And then I will unravel. The wet paper towel helps. And then I just have all these seeds ready to drop right into this mason jar filled with water. Like I said, I use these wooden tongs only because they're very sticky, and then I end up playing this weird game of get the seed off my finger, or get the seed off your finger. Anthurium hybrids, like I am, are somewhat new. I'm actually very new. I created my first hybrid earlier. I had the Mag Regal that I created. I still have those seedlings left as well, so if you're interested, you can contact me. I still have a few seedlings left. There wasn't there weren't many videos. I was having a tough time just trying to understand how to get seeds. How do you create a hybrid? And I know some people save pollen and they'll save it in these tiny little, I guess I call them science tubes. And they'll wait for a receptive flower on a different plant, then they'll go get it and they'll freeze it. Then they'll go get it, and with the brush, they'll attempt to pollinate a receptive flower. And I just said, no, that's fun. I'm sure I'll try that at some point, especially when I get deeper into this journey and get pollen from other folks. But for me, it's so much easier just to try to cross flowers that bloom at the same time from two different plants. And I've been lucky enough that the plants I am trying to cross seems to just flower around the same time or similar times. And that allows me to just take both flowers when they're in their pollen and receptive stages and just kind of rub them together while they're still on the plant. And that's how I do mine. That's how I've been able to get lucky and successfully cross my plants. Well, there are tons of videos now that show you how to collect pollen and keep it dry and freeze it and how long you have with all that great information. But this is just so much easier for me to just get it all done at once. Not like I said, you do get lucky, but a lot of my plants my anthurium so far tend to bloom almost at the same time, very close to each other in time. So that it's been working out for me. And what I've also noticed with crossing anthurium and getting the seeds, I've seen a lot of people that will sell seeds. And initially I thought, oh, that'd be a good idea. I'll just sell the seeds. But a lot of these crosses, I'm still in the stage of I'm doing them for me. I really think the parents would produce very beautiful seedlings. And so I would see a lot of people sell seeds. And initially I was on that track. Oh, I'll just sell the seeds. I don't need that many seeds. But now I've decided that I'm growing anything first, and then I'll sell from that. And I've learned that process allows me to select the unique or better looking seedlings from the cross. So not all the seedlings come out looking the same. You'll have in the same batch, you can have several seedlings that look like they're entirely different from each other, like the parents are different. And that's just like the basic DNA of the plants. They'll pick just like your siblings. When you have, you're not twins, but when you have siblings born before or after you, they don't look exactly the way you do. They have different traits taken from each parent, and that dictates how they look. It's the same thing with these seeds. One seed can have more of one trait from a parent. The other can have more of the other parent in it, and it'll produce a different looking seed. So you'll get some cool effects. Some, prominent veining in one versus another. You'll get ruffles. You get variegation. You can get all types of stuff. So I would advise growing, unless you're just a veteran in the game. There's people that just say, yeah, I don't need to do that. I'm just selling seedlings. But I would advise to take the time, and if you have the space, grow out at least a portion of the batch of seeds that you have. Because you don't know what you get. You could get something really cool, and you could use that for a later cross. That's it. And if you look in there, see how many we have. Give them a good swirl. And then I'll let them sit. I'll do 24 hours in that. And just in case, I'll take my mesh silk drawstring and I'll put it back on the flower just in case it produces any more seeds. And that's that. That's how I get started. And like I said, this doesn't have to be a 24-hour thing. You can do it for even longer. You just want to make sure the water's fresh. And it takes about 24 hours. You see, the water won't be as clear. You want to just replace the water, but I do 24 hours. In the past, I've done a few hours, 2 hours, 4 hours. I'll tell you this time around if it makes a difference, but I don't think it does. Thanks for joining me. I know it's been a little bit. I've been so busy with work. I don't know if anybody else is just lifing it real hard lately. But I figured it was a good time to make a reintroduction. Again, thanks for following me. If you found this informative at all, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Look out for part 2. My girls are terrorizing me now. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for joining me. Lord Saint.